بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, class of 2020. I am delighted to welcome you, your family, your sponsors, and RCSI faculty today to this virtual conferring ceremony where we get to celebrate this exceptional milestone in your lives. I know that you will not be able to celebrate this day with your classmates and that you will be soon starting your internship, but I hope you take the time to honor this magnificent achievement with your family and loved ones, and I extend congratulations to them all. It is known that in times of adversity, your conviction in your mission and abilities are really tested. However, you have demonstrated your commitment and your resilience in completing your program of studies with success, and I'm extremely proud of a class of 2020. I am also really proud of the RCSI professional and academic staff who have honored our mission and our commitment to our students and their success. I also want to extend my gratitude to our key stakeholders. Without their support, we would not have been able to graduate you on time. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work and focused dedication. Those who graduate today have succeeded in overcoming many difficulties and in the most challenging of times. Therefore, you are all worthy of our admiration and congratulations. Enjoy your success today, and we look forward to welcoming you back to RCSI as alumni to celebrate together. Thank you very much.
Honored guests, friends, family, and graduating class of 2020. Congratulations on a huge and momentous achievement that is the first step in your medical career. You have overcome many challenges to reach this point, challenges that have shaped you and affected you in many different ways. This long path has coincided, unfortunately, with the onset of a global pandemic, COVID-19, has challenged the medical community in a way that has not been seen or experienced for past 100 years. It has caused so much pain and suffering around the world. We have all felt it. In these moments of darkness, we have seen bravery, compassion, perseverance, and patience shine through. These efforts have been used to hold back the tide of this illness. These extraordinary events have undoubtedly shaped your outlook and will equip you with the necessary skills and assets needed to face future challenges. Given your determination, resilience, and competence, I have high hopes that your education and knowledge will greatly contribute to the medical field and patient's care. I want to thank and congratulate your parents, friends, family who have helped you and supported you along the way. This achievement means as much to them as it does to you, especially your parents. My deepest congratulations to the mothers and fathers who have supported you through the long journey for many years and are rightly proud of you this day. I want to thank the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland for its involvement in the clinical research needed to fight COVID-19 and for supporting the government efforts in containing this pandemic. Best wishes to the graduating class 2020 on your futures endeavors and career paths. You are future leaders of healthcare. I feel safe knowing that it will be in your capable hands.
President of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland Medical University of Bahrain, RCSI Bahrain, Vice President of RCSI Bahrain, board members of faculties, academic staff, ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be here today as the Minister of Health in the Kingdom of Bahrain to speak to you at the 11th graduation ceremony of RCSI Bahrain. I thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to congratulate each and every graduates. This is a defining moment for all of you. It is a day of celebration, a day when you look back on the many challenges you have overcome and look forward to those that lie ahead, knowing that you have the skills and knowledge needed to meet them. It is a day that you never forget and marks an important day in your lives, yet it is the beginning of a journey. Ladies and gentlemen, health is a nation-building strategy, and the need for medical services and health professionals is increasing. That's why the country is investing in their people. The students who will be receiving degrees today and their country's investments capital for building a better future. Therefore, the government of Bahrain has supported and invested in medical and health education with the guidance of His Royal Highness Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain. The government has paid attention to the medical and health sector within the framework of its strategy, aimed at developing Bahraini medical cadres and equipping them with education and training according to the latest international methods, as it is provided by RCSI, in a way that enhances the government's capabilities in providing quality health and medical care to citizens and residents. So I am pleased to pay tribute to the role played by the RCSI in providing the medical sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain with graduates with a high level of knowledge, thanks to the college expertise and leading international medical cadres, which supports Bahrain efforts in developing the health sector and contributes to preserving the good reputation the Kingdom holds regionally and internationally in the field of medical and health care. Dear graduates, in this year, 2020, COVID-19 caught the headlines all over the world. In this regard, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the RCSI medical and nursing students who volunteered to work with the national team, Team Bahrain, to tackle coronavirus COVID-19. And I tell them, you have proven your capabilities and have demonstrated your dedication to helping the Bahraini community. Thank you, RCSI Bahrain students. One day, we will celebrate together the bravery of the many health care workers who risked their lives and their health in order to contain the epidemic. Let us not forget that the world faces and will face many other epidemics, which will require resourcefulness, teamwork, and self-sacrifice to subdue. Some of you while working in public health and many find yourselves in the battle against global epidemics. Above all, though, graduates, we need you. We need every one of you and all of your energy, passion, and talent, As nurses, doctors, and teachers, you are some of the more valuable professionals that we have. There's a final point I would like to make though. To live fulfilling lives in this new emerging world and to become a doctor or a nurse of the future, you need to know yourselves and you need to be ready to reinvent yourself throughout your life. To those of you who are doctors and nurses, we need you not only to heal the sick who present themselves to you, but as you have learned in your time at RCSI, to educate the public so that people can avoid illness in the first place. If you can do that, the contribution you will make will be truly enormous. I would like to end by saying to the graduates that I believe it is important in this occasion to recognize not only your own efforts, but the efforts of those who have supported you on your journeys. I have in mind your family members and the academic staff. Congratulations again, God bless you, and thank you for your attention.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martin Corbally. I'm Professor and Head of Surgery at RCSI Bahrain. I am delighted to welcome each of you as you join us from all corners of the world for this very special ceremony. We are here today to present you virtually with your degrees in medicine of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, Medical University of Bahrain. Joining me for the ceremony today are Professor Ronan O'Connell, President of RCSI, Professor Samir Otum, President of RCSI Bahrain, Professor Alfred Nicholson, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Head of the School of Medicine at RCSI Bahrain, and Dr. Maurice Manning, Chancellor of the National University of Ireland. I now declare open the conferring ceremony of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, Medical University of Bahrain. If I could ask you, from where you are with your families, to stand and recite together with me the Declaration of RCSI. I, your name, do hereby solemnly and sincerely declare and promise that I will observe and be obedient to the statutes, bylaws, and ordinances of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, and that I will, to the utmost of my power, endeavour to promote the reputation, honour, and dignity of the said college. In today's situation, where we are faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, this declaration holds even more value and importance to me and to you as medical professionals. These words will be your guiding light that will accompany you for the rest of your careers. The RCSI Graduate Declaration, which you will recite together, is a commitment to the highest standards of professionalism and ethical practice in your career, as you were taught during your studies at RCSI. During the reciting of the declaration, the words will appear on the screen. I encourage you, from where you are, to stand and recite this declaration with pride and confidence. It now gives me great pleasure to invite all the graduates to recite together with me the following declaration. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity.
I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity.
The health of my patient will be my first concern.
The health of my patient will be my first concern.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I will remember that there is art to my profession, as well as science, and that warmth, empathy, and understanding may outweigh treatment alone.
I will remember that there is art to my profession, as well as science, and that warmth, empathy, and understanding may outweigh treatment alone.
I will respect the confidential information that is entrusted in me Even after a patient has died,
I will respect the confidential information that is entrusted in me, even after a patient has died.
I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient.
I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient.
I will not use my professional knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat.
I will not use my professional knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat.
I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those in whose steps I walk, and gladly share such knowledge with those that follow.
I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those in whose steps I walk, and gladly share such knowledge with those that follow.
I will abide by the code of conduct of my profession, and I will promote high standards of practice, lifelong education and research in the interest of human health.
I will abide by the code of conduct of my profession, and I will promote high standards of practice, lifelong education and research in the interest of human health.
I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
For the award of honours degrees of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Obstetrics, I now present you for conferring. Pre honorabilis cancellariae, totaque universitas, presento vobis has meas filias et hos meos filios, quos homnes sciotam moribus, quam doctrina habiles et idionos esse, qui admittanter ad gradum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgia, in arta obstetricia, honoro curso confecto, idque tibi fide mea testor ac spandeo, totique academiae.
Good afternoon. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Professor Ghufran Ahmed Jassim, Associate Professor in Family Medicine, RCSI Bahrain. It is a great honor for me to be here this afternoon to announce the graduates of the class of 2020. The names will be called alphabetically by first name. Adil Amin Rajwani, Abdul Majid Faraj, Abdullah Riyad Saeed Al Haj Ahmed, Abdul Hamid Behlul Qurbana, Abdullah Abu Ajina, Abdullah Dukhi, Abdul Muhsin Hassan Ahmed Basha, Abdul Wahab Al Adsani, Adil Al Qabandi, Ahmed Saadallah, Ahmed Majdi Muhammad Abu Bakr Muhammad Saad, Ahmed Zuhair Abdul Aziz Ahmed Salman, Aisha Ahmed Ismail, Ali Abdul Jabbar Ali Isa Hassan, Ali Raed Ali Ja'far Al Nasir, Ali Saeed Ahmed Abdullah Ahmed Al Jaziri, Amal Yusuf Hamoud, Amina Abdul Rasul Ibrahim Ali Mahdi, Amna Rashid Abdullah Muhammad Abdullah Al Banna, Amr Ayman Abdul Khaliq Al Sayyid Khafagi, Anas Ahmed Hashimi, أنجالي إيجاي ناير، أنتوني فرفاري، أسماء أبو بكر حسن مراد حسن، آية جنان قاسم قاسم، أيمن عبد الجليل عبد الله أحمد المقمم، عاشة عبد الناصر حسن إبراهيم حسن أبو سيف، عاشة مسعود أحمد عبد الرحيم أحمد البستقي، بدر مشاري، بسام إبراهيم عبد الله علي الحمر، بشرى عروج أحمد، بطي البطي، دان العاصي، دان محمد راشد محمد سند، دانا شوقي حسن القطان، دانا الدوخي، ديما عويهان، ضياء الدين الخياطي، دينا بلداوي، دينا العسوسي، إيفاء شهزاد، فيصل وحيد علي عبد الله العقاب، فارس مروان علي غنام، فاطمة علي إبراهيم أحمد عبد الله، فاطمة محمد عباس عاشور حسن، فاطمة فريد عبد الرضا أحمد شيرازي، فواز السويلم، فريدزي أبراهام ماثيو، جرثانا جيا كومار، غيداء عماد حسن عودة، غيداء المطيري، هدى علي سعيد عبد النبي الزيرة، حمود حاجم، حسين رمزي عبد الواحد العريض، إبراهيم سمير الناصر، إسحاق محمود هاشم أحمد الكوهجي، جاكلين كاتالينا ساررانو، جنان حبيب حسين ميرزا عبد الخالق، جنى تانيا بولسون، كاثرين وولترز، كيث باباشن ماثيو، خالد وليد محمد أحمد الحمادي، خليفة صلاح خليفة علي جاسم البن جاسم، كيران هولر، لطيفة عارف أحمد محمد أحمد، ليلى رمزي عبد الجبار، لم هاو سو، لول والمسلم، معن بشار عبد الرحمن، مجد حسام بور فرد خور، ماجدة صديق شانتا، ماريا مصطفى، مريم الشيخ، مريم عادل أحمد الشيخ، مريم محمد عباس علي حاجي، مشعل عادل عبد الله سالم عبد الله، مايكل شرايحة، منهل خان شهيد، محمد عبد الحسين إبراهيم عيسى خليفة، محمد أحمد عبد الله ناصر حسن مكي، محمد باقر حسن الفردان، محمد حسن علي عيسى الفرج، محمد إبراهيم مصباح علي المصري، محمد خليل غلوم حسن علي المهري، محمد رمزي محمد راشد الماجد، محمد الكندري، محمد عيسى أبو فياض، محمد مالك الجمل، محمد نزيم محمد امتياز، محمد رشيد أبو قعود، منيرة المهيني، نالن جيسوال، نالن ماثيور، نافبريت سينغ سيخون، نرمين أيمن عبد المنعم محمود، نهى أحمد محمد رجب زيادة، نور عارف جاسم محمد بن سند، نور محمد غسان محمد عدنان شيخو، نور سيد حبيب سعيد إبراهيم علوي، نورهان موسى محمد ديبر حيل، نور الدوخي، نورة العياضي، أميمة أحمد فتحي شعبان، عمر أحمد حمد عبد النبي الوحوش، أسامة مسعود لودهي، رافية وجاهة علي، راما نكدالي، رند بشار عبد الرحمن، رنيم نبيل راجح حلاوة، راشد يوسف أحمد راشد الحادي، ريم حمد عبد الله عبد العزيز عبد الله الذوادي، ريتاج سليم، صبرينا سافي تشلي، سالم العنزي، سلمان صالح جاسم حسن جاسم القلداري، سمرين فروز، سناء أسامة مسارية الراوي، سناء غازي فيصل، سارة زمير، سارة كامل عبد الصمد عبد الكريم الشهابي، سارة لؤي قطيش، سارة ماجد أحمد، سوسن عبد الله أمر الله نروز حسن، سيد محمد شبر حسن، سبنم رنكوزوغلاري، شيخ نيلة خليفة سلمان محمد آل خليفة، شهير افتخار خان، شيخ خالد أحمد محمد المنصور، الشيخ الشوق عبد الله سعود الخليفة، شريفة جمال محمد سبت أحمد، شذا عادل عبد النبي محمد سرحان، شوق الحشاش، سليمان الحربي، سليمان سعد الرصيس، تانيشا ثيروكومار، توشيميتسو يو، أورفاشي سنجيف أغاروال، أزما عروج أحمد، فانيتا برنبراجا، وسام بن مشفق، يعقوب إبراهيم محمدي، يوسف الجمعة يوسف جروف يوسف عدنان عبد الله أحمد الأنصاري يوسف خالد عبد الغفار عبد الله زهرة أحمد عبد النبي قربان علي خيامي زهراء أحمد حسين ميرزا عبد الخالق زينب الخطيب زينب عبد المنعم رمضان ناصر علي زينب عبد النبي سلمان كاظم علي زينب الإبراهيم زينب حسين أحمد عيسى أحمد علي.
That concludes the award of degrees for the RCSI School of Medicine. I now invite you from all around the world to join me in offering a round of applause to the 2020 School of Medicine graduates.
Hello, my name is Professor Alf Nicholson. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs here at RCSI Bahrain. This graduating class has exceeded our expectations in their courage and ability to remain calm and focused during these very challenging times. And they should be very proud of this terrific achievement. It now gives me great pleasure to announce the winners of this year's prizes and awards, which have been earned with excellence and pride. The Professor John Murphy Prize in Obstetrics and Gynecology goes to Dr. Adel Rajwani. The Professor James Finucane Prize in Medicine goes to Dr. Bassam Al-Khamer. The Professor Niall O'Higgins Prize in Surgery goes to Dr. Reem Al-Thwadi. The Senior Cycle Bronze Medal goes to Dr. Mohammed Amajad. The Senior Cycle Silver Medal goes to Dr. Bassam Al-Khamer. The highest aggregate marks gold medal goes to Dr. Mohammed Al-Majed. The degree award marks gold medal goes to Dr. Bassam Al-Khamer.
To the graduating class of 2020, let's start with one word: congratulations. That word is far too simple, overused, but I'm so happy and proud of you. You did it. People you've loved have likely been dreaming of seeing you receive your degree, or maybe hearing the word doctor in front of your name for the first time, and I say, well deserved. When I thought about what to say to you, shall I say COVID class, young doctors starting your careers during a great pandemic, I found myself thinking of a story of my own life during these 5 months, fighting hard against this newly emerging virus called COVID-19, devoting myself, saving my community and humanity to the best I can. Many of my students have been called upon to volunteer to work in a hospital even before the time ending their medical school was over. I find myself inspired by their dedication and eagerness to help. While I hope and believe that the brightest mind around the class, and hopefully this class, will soon find the treatment for people with emerging infections such as COVID-19 and vaccine to prevent it. Class 2020, I promise you will never be forgotten, not because of what this crisis has taken from you, but because you will be transformed by its own way that will reveal themselves in a due course. Welcome, guys, to medicine, and best wishes in your journey as a physician. And please, keep well and stay safe.
Congratulations, class of 2020. On this day, you start your remarkable journey as young healthcare professionals and RCSI ambassadors. I trust that you will be great representatives of the values and the principles that we as RCSI alumni are proud of. The memories from this day will always be with you, and the joy that you are feeling today is one of the best feelings. Now, understandably, these are difficult times to be a part of as young healthcare leaders, but I trust that you will make the most out of it. Congratulations, best of luck, and loads of warm wishes.
Good afternoon and good evening. I want to begin by thanking the faculty at RCSI Bahrain for their Herculean efforts in ensuring that we graduate in time, as well as for years of mentorship and guidance. We owe our success to the remarkable efforts of so many here at RCSI. Secondly, I want to thank our parents and families for their gifts of support and patience. We remain forever grateful for your endurance. I also want to thank the patients and their families who honor us by allowing us to learn from them. To my fellow graduates and doctors, I know many of us have already begun our careers fighting misinformation on family group chats across the world. The last few months have brought challenges few could have predicted. What was supposed to be a straightforward, albeit difficult end to our time at RCSI was transformed into weeks of uncertainty and confusion by circumstances unheard of in our lifetimes. Instead of a senior dinner, we had online meetings to discuss exam scheduling. Instead of reminiscing on the past, we were forced to confront an unfamiliar world. And instead of saying goodbye, we've had to say, "I hope you're safe," to our closest friends. But as the world shut down around us, we soldiered through. By the end, much coffee had been consumed and many a tear had been shed, but we got through it. I want to commend each and every student at RCSI for persevering. We've gained a story unique to our group, the likes of which, with any luck, won't be repeated anytime soon. The links of friendship forged here will forever bind us together. You will always have a home in the smile of a friend and the panicking about an OSCE of a colleague. You will always be able to point to this wonderful group of talented, compassionate people and say, family. No matter where in the world, we will always have 417. It is said that of some generations, much is asked, and to some generations, much is given. We enter a world now where much is to be asked of us. A world suffering from a global pandemic that has only served to highlight and exacerbate societal division and inequality. As we are rushed out to practice in countries across the globe, we will be faced with these obstacles. In these tumultuous times, the role of a doctor as not just a scientist, but a healer is brought to the fore. We must advocate and struggle for those who cannot, and educate just as much as we remediate. We must take these core principles of medicine, of justice and equality, and apply them to our communities so that we may all begin to heal. To draw strength for what lies ahead, let us draw from our past experiences and look back to friendships won and lost, to hours of studying and hours of procrastination, to early mornings and late nights, and to lessons learned and old habits left behind. We gain from these experiences that most hallowed of humanity's gifts, knowledge. And with this knowledge comes a responsibility to serve our communities with empathy and love. Let us never forget the lessons instilled in us over the years. Remember that just as much can be learned from sitting at a patient's bedside as from a textbook. Remember that reason, empathy, and kindness, not a scalpel or a stethoscope, are a doctor's most valuable tools. And perhaps most importantly, remember your oath always to treat all as equals. Finally, to all of you, my friends, watching at home on your phones, computers, and TVs, I want to say, Class of 2020, we made it.
Your Excellencies, Registrar CEO of RCSI, President RCSI Bahrain, Deans, Heads of School, Programme Directors, graduates, family members, friends and supporters, and all those watching this cyber graduation ceremony. As President of RCSI, I wish to be among the first to offer my sincere congratulations. I am so sorry that I cannot greet you all individually on this most important of days. I hope that you will be able to celebrate with those close to you, and that as social distancing restrictions ease, formal convocation will be possible in the not too distant future. I would like to thank our major stakeholders and supporters in the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Supreme Council of Health, and I know that His Excellency Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, and the Minister for Health, Her Excellency Faika bin Said Al Salah are addressing the students during this graduation. Also, Major General Professor Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, the Director of Royal Medical Services and Bahrain Defence Force Hospital. Major General Salman Al Khalifa, CEO of King Hamad University Hospital. His Excellency Maid bin Al Naimi, the Minister for Education and Chair of the Higher Education Council. Salmania Medical Complex, the Cardiac Centre, National Health Regulatory Authority, Tamkeen, Bahrain Red Crescent Society, the American Mission Hospital, the Royal Bahrain Hospital, and the private hospital sector. Throughout, their support, particularly in recent months, has been essential to the successful delivery of the degree programs at RCSI Bahrain. The term unprecedented is overused, but it hardly comes close to describing the social, economic, and educational upheaval of the past 3 months. Bahrain, as in all countries, has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, timely action by the government of Bahrain in limiting travel, closing schools and third-level campuses, and mandating social distancing has curtailed the impact, which was commended by the World Health Organization recently. I want to pay tribute to you, our new graduates, to your teachers and mentors, and to the staff of RCSI Bahrain for the successful completion of your studies, culminating in graduation today. Never has there been a more challenging time to enter the healthcare workforce. You have coped with disrupted timetables and altered examination formats. You have supported each other. All of us in RCSI are extremely proud of you. We are greatly indebted to the leadership of RCSI Bahrain, who have guided us through these difficult times. President, Professor Samir Otoum, Chief Operating Officer Stephen Harrison Mearfield, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Alfred Nicholson, Head of School of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Professor Stephen Aitken, Acting Head of School of Nursing, Dr. Catherine Strachan, and Dr. Jean Hughes, Associate Director of Academic Affairs, who is leaving RCSI Bahrain to return to Ireland. Your success today is a huge testament to the spirit and dedication of all those within the RCSI family, and we wish you every success in your future careers. RCSI Bahrain endeavours to enhance health in Bahrain, the Gulf region and beyond through endeavour, innovation, research and service, with a strong emphasis on clinical competence and respect for patient autonomy. The quality of your education is evidenced by an outstanding 89% pass rate in the recent USMLE Step 1 examination. Many of you have matched to prestigious training positions in the US, Canada and UK. I congratulate you on your success. RCSI Bahrain strives to produce self-aware nurses who develop competence through clinical practice and who are empowered to engage in lifelong personal and professional development. I congratulate our new nursing graduates and commend those who have continued their education by completing their master's studies. Your communities in Bahrain and in the Gulf region are fortunate to have nurses and midwives of your quality to join in healthcare provision. I would like to finish with some words recently penned by an RCSI graduate in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. These words go to the essence of what it means to be an RCSI alumnus. Now, more than ever, I feel privileged to be part of a profession which began in RCSI with a legacy of making a difference around the world. My family, like many others, has a number of doctors, nurses and physiotherapists, 3 of whom are RCSI graduates. We are very conscious of and in solidarity with so many of our classmates, colleagues, friends and alumni who are facing the dangers of the front line during this COVID epidemic. Keep safe
I wish you all lifelong fulfillment and happiness in your chosen careers.
As Chancellor of the National University of Ireland, it has always been a pleasure for me to travel to Bahrain for the summer conferrings and to have been able in person to congratulate you, the new graduates. The ceremonial has always been impressive, the flowers magnificent, the atmosphere filled with excitement, and the pride and joy of parents and families giving full expression in the conferring hall. Sadly, things are different this year, and it's not possible to have the physical conferring ceremony we would all have wished for. However, we want to mark this very important day and to make it as special as it can be for our new graduates. It's wonderful that communications technology has enabled us to come together to give public recognition to your achievements through this virtual conferring ceremony. On behalf of the National University of Ireland, I congratulate you warmly and welcome you into the ranks of the university. From today onwards, your names will be listed in the university's graduate register, joining generations of distinguished alumni who have made significant contributions in medicine, in nursing, and in the wider society. I am confident that those of you graduating today in RCSI Bahrain will make your mark in the healthcare systems in Bahrain, in the wider Gulf, and elsewhere. I commend you for your impressive achievements. In the very challenging circumstances in which the world finds itself in 2020, the knowledge, the expertise, the skills of you, our new graduates, will be in high demand and would be greatly appreciated both in the health services and in the wider community. Today is a joyful day for the parents, families and friends of our new graduates. I know that you take great pride in the achievements of our new graduates and wish them the very best in their careers to come. This is a proud day too for RCSI Bahrain. On behalf of the National University of Ireland, I extend congratulations and good wishes to His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, patron of the college, to the President and staff of RCSI Bahrain, and also to our RCSI colleagues in Dublin. We are very proud of you all.
Congratulations. We, your teachers in RCSI Bahrain, are so proud of you and inspired by you all. Your parents and friends are also proud of your achievements, and you deserve this very special day. The courage, strength and determination that you've all displayed over the past couple of months has been truly outstanding. In a matter of a few short weeks, you are faced with changes in your exam schedules, exams being brought forward to ensure that you all could graduate on time. And you embraced this challenge with open arms. The temperature checks, the face mask, the orderly movement over 2 days in March was indeed an amazing feat, and you'll always be remembered as the final med class who accepted this life challenge and overcame every obstacle put in your way. Now you're taking on the challenge and opportunities of being a doctor, initially against the backdrop of this global pandemic, but this crisis will pass someday. On my own behalf, and on behalf of all of the faculty here in RCSI Bahrain, I offer my heartiest congratulations and wish you every success as you embark on the next phase of your career. Medicine is a wonderful career, and you can make such a positive impact on the lives of so many. Enjoy the experience, but do not forget your friends here in Bahrain. My own friends from college are still my very best friends. We certainly will not forget the class of 2020. Please keep in touch, and we all look forward to welcoming you back again in the future. RCSI is always there for you.
Esteemed professors, dearest parents, dignified guests, fellow alumni and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We, Shahir Khan
and Abdullah Al-Hajj Ahmed, are deeply honored to have served as your representatives for the class of 2020 and to have this opportunity to share a few words with you on this joyous occasion. We hope you're all signed in with your ID cards because this is the one event your attendance matters the most. We're just kidding, because we know you discarded the cards just as you were instructed.
Today marks the end of a journey many years in the making. Coming from all walks of life, we have all had our differences, but RCSI Bahrain became not only our house, but more importantly, our home.
Today also marks each of our new chapters to embark on with a refreshed perspective, a deeper sense of self, and greater knowledge for the greater good, all alongside hundreds of new memories with the best and most genuine friends to cherish for many years to come. Oh, and of course, piles of masks, hand sanitizers, and Netflix subscriptions.
Thinking back, there are so many moments and memories linked with our time here at RCSI Bahrain. I still remember the laptops and alarms going off during lectures in the morning, the late nights spent in the library, the morning meetings in the hospitals. I recall some of the more difficult moments too, the uncertainty, the doubt. While thinking back at everything, I realized that I genuinely enjoyed my time at RCSI Bahrain, and it all came back to one thing. The best thing about RCSI Bahrain is the people. From the wisdom of our professors to the kindness of our staff, the camaraderie of our fellow classmates, and the guidance of our upperclassmen, the patience of our doctors and the goodwill of our patients. They may not have realized it, but they were part of what makes RCSI Bahrain great. Thank you all, for you have all made a positive difference to our lives, and now as we move forward, we too shall strive to make a positive difference in the lives of others.
When we started off as juniors in an unfamiliar campus, surrounded by new faces and demanding expectations, we were reminded that change is inevitable. We asked ourselves, are we taking the right steps? Are we following the right flow? Today, the answer is that we don't follow a flow, but as individuals, we create our very own, in every start, all through, and until the finish line. Through intermediate cycle, our favorite of course, we saw the stakes getting higher and tensions rising. Why is it so hard? Can we even get through it, we wondered? Just as much as the midwife knows that without pain, there is no passage for an infant to be born, today we appreciate that for a new and stronger self to be born, hardship is necessary. Like clay handles intense heat to become strong, so can you and me with any and every mishap that comes our way. Plus, we've all survived the Bahraini summer heat here, so we got nothing to worry about anyway. Finally, as seniors, and just when we thought we finally got our future endeavors, our celebrations, and travels all figured out, our whole world decides to hand us the biggest reality check in the form of a pandemic. And so we pleaded, how long until this ends? And we contemplated, how different could things be or turn out without this sudden lockdown? A part of this answer is that we never know. But what we do know now, more importantly, is that patience is not passively enduring or merely pausing until a resume button is pressed somewhere. Patience is about finding a purpose in an unexpected process, finding independence from loneliness, and reconnecting with those we value. It's all about finding the roses, even when looking at the thorns.
Our final chapter may not have been the most conventional, but I would like to extend our gratitude to our professors and administration for inspiring us with the strength to take on the challenge, and to our colleagues for rising up to the challenge. In the words of Dick Grayson, everyone is either overwhelmed or underwhelmed. Just stay whelmed. It appears that our time here has ended, but equally, our time is only just beginning. While I'm sure we'd all like to forget what we've been through, I urge you all to carry this with you as a badge, alongside the RCSI Bahrain badge we all now carry. For if we can get through this, we can get through anything. The world needs us now more than ever, and the world will always need those daring enough to try to make a positive difference. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure being part of this class throughout my years here. I consider you all as my extended family, and I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Whatever the next step may be, move forward with scholarship and dexterity. Be bold, be brave, be the best versions of yourselves that you can be.
Because no matter what life throws your way, you can still be all those things. Indeed, this world may hand us each a different piece of instrument, but how loudly we play it, how much time we spend fine-tuning, and how much heart we put into it, that's all up to us.
Congratulations, doctors.
We did it.